got a question for whoever.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Colts and the Texans, next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Yeah, Richardson will throw to start out here. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got
a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So out come the Texans in great starting field position. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut. Threw a couple of touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seen what it takes to win at this level.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the bootleg, Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We get a peek here at this past draft class for them, and you know the front office certainly prioritized certain traits that they were looking to take advantage of in this draft, Charles. A lot of speed, a lot of athleticism, a lot of talent here in this crew.
And Brandon, one of the things I know about the best drafters in the business, they have a plan, and they find a way to stick to it on draft day despite the chaos. They want to land some of the biggest names on their board, and in the end, this group, they came together, found people that really fit their team's identity, and selected them.
Mustang 19.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Here we go, here we go.
The numbers on Moss from last week's game. 20 carries, 79 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Moss. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The toss here completed to Pittman. Now inside the 25. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, 75 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Stroud sets up the play action. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. McKenzie now to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long for Richardson. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Alert! Alert! Ready, ready?
Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. The Texans are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1,
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Well, he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Here's Stroud. Throw out wide is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
70 Ranger.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Touchdown! Nico Collins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On the option, they'll hand it to Moss. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go again here with Moss. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Up the middle, here's Sermon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of it, it's low and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. To return is McKenzie. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ready?
Now Richardson back to throw it. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. That is caught. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Richardson looking to throw. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. At the 14-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, it's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So a very tight first half. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Texans to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row.
Let's go.
On first down, here's Stroud. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2nd and 10.
Alert! Alert! Ready?
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. Oh, a solid stiff arm. It's an open field. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Moss is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out comes Houston.
Ready?
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Gets the dump off to Pierce. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the 1st down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Tyquan Lewis, he read that the whole way and made the tackle.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got it not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, 49 yards. And the Texans have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Remember, Parker, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents. In the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slam, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action. Stroud now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
On the ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now it's Richardson. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. That's into the hands of Woods. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pierce now up the middle. Oh, he bowls over it. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it to Collins, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll run here with Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Touchdown, Texans! Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are on their way to a 2-0 start. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On first down, they'll start out with Mullins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Ready, go.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Stroud sets up the play action. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On second down, here's Pierce. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Ready.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Stroud looking to throw. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Stroud, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And the Colts coming out now. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Richardson to throw. This pass left side to Downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And Richardson yet again. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Richardson now on 2nd down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Richardson on 3rd and short. is running back out of the backfield. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Richardson out of the shotgun. That quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, it's Richardson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Kylan Granson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
No, roll. Bronco switch.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. You have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Going for it with Pierce. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down. Stroud going to try to throw for it. Being chased out left. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the 1st down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, a lot of happy